If you like this video, please consider supporting me on Patreon. For just $1 a month, your name can appear at the beginning of this and many other upcoming videos.
Oh, I better take this. Hello? Oh, he did not. And what did you say? You did not.
That's a banana, you meatball, not a telephone. Shh.
How do you do it? How do you make a Discord episode so painfully boring and dull? I don't mean to be so harsh on Season 8, but this episode and the one that was released early on is not making it look good right now. Alright, I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's try to start from the beginning. The map has summoned all of the main six to a corner of Equestria, meaning that no one will be able to watch over the school. To make sure things are covered in their absence, Twilight assigns Starlight to look over the school as they head off on their quest. But right at that moment, Discord shows up and tries to get Starlight to make him head of the school. But when Starlight informs him she's already been given the position to do things by Twilight's list, he vows that Starlight will soon change her mind on the subject. And literally, the rest of the episode is just Discord being a dick. Throughout the episode, he's doing whatever he can to sabotage the school, endanger the students, and try to pit the blame on Starlight. Now, this wouldn't be so bad if they made it fun or interesting to watch. And instead, they execute the concept in the most disappointing ways. First and most noteworthy, Discord is just a pain in this episode. Not only is his character boring, but also irritating and obnoxious. His behavior in this episode is so childish and stubborn, and he goes out of his way to make Starlight look bad for really no reason. The lengths he goes to terrorize the school and make her take the blame for it are just so uncharacteristically full of malice. This isn't the same Discord that we fought back in Season 2, this is a Discord who's developed and stopped doing the stuff that got him banished years ago. He's not just annoying Starlight, he's endangering the students' lives. Chasing them with a bugbear, pulling an Ursa Major on them, quicksand, aggressive teachers, dragon sneeze trees. He's literally going to kill someone. Why? Because he's jealous that Starlight got the job and not him? This isn't Discord being a humorous troll, this is Discord being a selfish, spoiled brat. And why does Discord even care about the job anyway? When did he ever start to care about the School of Friendship? The episode never does anything to show why Discord would care about the school at all, and as a result, the episode does nothing to justify his spoiled behavior, or his jealousy towards Starlight. He's being a selfish dick for literally no motivation behind his actions. Didn't he just learn in the breakdown about how his first instincts aren't always the right thing to act upon? A very important lesson he needed to learn to save Big Mac's relationship with Sugar Belle? Well, here he is, acting upon his first instincts simply because he's jealous. It goes against his development and just regresses his character overall. Do they at least make his chaotic powers fun to watch? Well, no, absolutely not. The stuff they do with Discord in this episode is just so boring and unenergized. There's no creativity to it, no inventive uses of it. It's just some of the most basic and boring things that you could possibly do with Discord's powers. And because it's mostly being used to torture and endanger the students, it doesn't make it any more pleasant to watch. And the ending is just so painful. I can't even tell what the message they were going for here was. Was the lesson that you need to listen to your friends and be considerate of how they might feel? The most amateur lesson you can teach after 8 seasons of this show? If that's what they were going for, they completely failed at delivering it properly. It might have ended up working if Discord wasn't depicted with such malice and spoiled behavior. Because the episode spent all of its time making him look like an asshole, the story completely overlooks his point of view. So there's no reason to relate to or empathize with him. And to make it even worse, Starlight is the one who ends up apologizing, like the episode is saying that she did something wrong. This isn't resolving a problem without resorting to hostility, this is just giving in to the bad guy's demands and doing whatever he wants. So Discord is endangering lives and Starlight is the one saying that she's sorry? Is this like some kind of metaphor for victim blaming? And when you think more about it, it doesn't even make any sense. Remember that line where Discord calls out Starlight as an incompetent, power-hungry unicorn who shouldn't be in charge of Twilight's school? Well, Discord really isn't one to talk considering that he's also being incompetent and power-hungry and trying to force his way of running the school onto everyone. When Starlight banishes him from the school because she was rightfully fed up with him terrorizing the students, he just goes and continues to terrorize them more. He literally forced the students to do more laps after they did their PE class under the threat of getting crushed or stabbed by a bugbear. And just when you think it can't possibly get any worse, it turns out that the friendship mission in the beginning was all made up by Discord, and any sympathy that I would have had for him is completely thrown out the window. You mean to tell me that Discord sent Fluttershy, his closest friend, to a dangerous place, risking her safety just to prove a painfully misguided point, over a school that he shouldn't give a shit about? What the hell is wrong with you? Even if you were to put aside how obnoxious Discord is and how horrible that ending is, there's still so much more in this episode that simply doesn't work. Firstly, the comedy is so stale and unfunny, and as I said earlier, Discord shenanigans are so boring and unamusing since they're mostly being used to terrorize innocent students. Maybe there were some funny things like Trixie's banana call or Ocellus being an adorable bookworm, but for the most part, it's really dull and nothing is really worth laughing at. And the pacing is bad too. This entire episode is just one single theme, that being Discord threatening the school to make Starlight look bad, being run into the ground for the entirety of the 20 minutes. Because of the episode's repetitive tone, the flow of the story is exhaustingly slow. With an episode involving Discord, you'd think that the pacing would be faster and energized, but it's not. It's just so painfully slow. Cranky's cameo in this episode is horrible, as his character is just regressed into a spoiled, mean-spirited old man. Maud is a pointless cameo, as she's brought into the episode for no reason, as she doesn't say anything and doesn't even interact with Discord. What kind of missed opportunity is that? You had the chance to have Discord and Maud, two of the biggest fan favorites in the entire show, interacting, and you don't have them interact? And lastly, I really have this pet peeve with Starlight's banishing spell on Discord that really makes her look OP. I mean, I get the notion that Discord allowed himself to be banished to help support his hypocritical point, but Starlight really shouldn't be this powerful. How is she able to perform a banishing spell powerful enough to banish Discord? And if it was just a banishing spell, why would it rip up the ground like that? And there's literally no point in having this scene in the story because it changes nothing. The rest of the episode is still Discord terrorizing the school, so why make Starlight look like a Mary Sue for a scene that goes nowhere? If they wanted to make Discord's point make more sense, he should have stayed there to comment on it after she blasted him. It didn't stop Discord from doing what he wanted, and it could have given the episode a chance to get better by just having him and Starlight talking over it. I'm sorry, folks. I just don't want to talk about this episode anymore. It's just so bad. I seriously think that A Matter of Principles and Yakety Sax are completely tied for worst episode of this season. It really is that bad. It could have been a good episode if it focused on the bonds between the characters, or have the episode be strictly about Starlight and Discord handling their disagreements, but instead, it diminishes the appeal of Discord shenanigans in favor of mean-spirited humor. It makes the character of Discord slip completely backwards for an episode that amounts to nothing but a cheap gag narrative. Even by his standards, he was so annoying. Season 8 has admittedly been pretty bumpy so far, and all I can say is that the next episode better have good writing in it, because for this to happen twice in a row, it's really not looking good for the season. We'll just have to wait and see. So until next time, take care of yourselves and stay awesome. This is Map signing out.